Hi, and welcome once again to What's the Damage, companion show to the incredibly well-known and popular real play D&D show, Roll for Damage. And we've got something extra special for you tonight, folks. So, on Friday, our 1 year anniversary, the stream debuted some lovely new art and a great new theme song. But that was only the beginning of the excitement, as in character, the Shields of Twilight got their fortunes told and set off into the jungle to begin a series of three tasks set to them by the Ocean to prove their worth. Very classic, very fun. While in the jungle, they came up across something which I'm pretty sure was a Hydra, and we're forced to confront Cindric's anger issues, but not in the way people usually mean that. It's a wild ride, and we won't really be talking about it that much today because it's a special episode. We're doing a retrospective, so stay tuned. As always, stick around after the stream for cool shit and places to send your money. I'm your host, Truth Venson, and this is What's the Damage? Hi, welcome back. I really wanted to ask Jay something, but now I can't. So as you can see, we've got the entire gang here with us. We've got Serenity, we've got Jake, we've got Jay, we've got Tick, we've got Laura, we got Chad, and we got Khalil. Hi, welcome. So, yeah, tonight we're doing something a little bit different to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of the stream. I've got all the players and the DM with me today, and we're going to be doing a bit of a retrospective. So, guys, about that lucky cat, no. I'm kidding. That'll come up later.
I'm prepared for anything that comes at me today.
Yeah, Khalil's prepared. Okay, so it's been a whole damn year of adventure and loss and growth and weird shit, topped up most recently by some tarot readings and a grand hunt through the jungle. What's the damage, y'all?
It had entirely too many heads.
I have no idea what's going on.
I don't think it had.
What is this show?
Exactly.
Just,
what are we doing?
You'll pick it up. You'll pick it up.
Do we talk about who?
Why am I here again? I don't.
You've been kidnapped. You can't leave.
Is this the part where you talk about who our '90s X-Men crush is?
Yeah.
No, shut up.
wait. I remember how to play this game. I remember.
If you start that shit, I'll turn off the stream.
Charity will turn this stream around.
I will.
I mean,
I'll turn this around right now.
And guess what? Fridays are coming.
And no one will go to Disneyland.
True.
No, but really, it's been a year. Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
It doesn't feel like a year, but it does at the same time. It feels like longer than a year, but also shorter than a year.
Well, I mean, as we all know, 2020 was about 50 years long.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know what time is anymore. It's hard to know what time is anymore, but yeah, I get where you're coming
from.
Like,
but it doesn't feel like we've been at this for a year. It feels like it's been shorter than a year, but like you look at calendar, it's like, oh yeah, shit, it has been a year.
Yeah,
almost 50 sessions, 200, almost 200 hours.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of D&D together, y'all.
We've dungeons many.
Oh, I thought we were playing Yahtzee.
Yeah.
All right, can we kick
Full
Jake?
house.
Yeah.
I feel like this
Let
is
me
time.
turn off his.
Hang
Hang
on,
on. I'm just gonna turn off his camera. Just give me 1
Alright,
second.
bye, Jake. You're fired.
Okay, bye, Jake. Yeah, you're gone.
Looking for Ariana replacements?
actually
Send
did.
your resume.
Oh my god.
See, you did that and my stream died.
Oh no! Oh no, are we still streaming?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're live.
We're
Okay.
fine. It was just him that had the problem.
Okay. Next question, Truth. We're just terrible. This group
Yeah,
is awful. You have to give us something.
Put the stream in order, Truth.
This should be the show every week. I feel like this just.
Organized
Unfortunately, not
chaos.
everyone's available. It'd be really fun, honestly. Unfortunately, not everyone's available every week.
That's
It
true.
was honestly a miracle that you were all available
Yeah.
this time. And I'm really glad because this is the perfect episode to have everybody on. Also, I think this is the first time I've been on with all of you at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
play
I
games
believe so.
with Tick or Khalil. Yeah.
I think since we initially maybe met, because I think I had everyone on when we were like testing cameras.
I think
way,
so,
way
yeah.
back
Yeah.
then, but that was it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay, cool beans. Okay, so let's start with some of the new stuff that happened Friday. You introduced some really cool new art and a great new theme. What do you all, obviously you all think it's great, but let's just go around the circle and express our gratitude for the artist and the musician who gave us these beautiful things.
Yeah.
Starting with Jake.
It's also.
Starting with me.
Yeah, I think
I-
we're gonna do. Oh, sorry. I think we're gonna do something because there are so many people. I don't want too much dead air because we have to get through stuff.
Well, there will never be
okay.
dead air. Don't worry.
No,
we
don't worry
talk
about that.
all the time.
So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pick the first person to answer a question when it's like a group everybody question, and then that person's gonna pick the next person. We'll go down until we get everybody. So
Sounds
starting
good.
with Jake.
Sounds good.
What do you think about the new art and the new theme?
Oh, I love it. I love the new art. I love the new music. I love everything about it. It's so freaking cool. I love it all. I actually had the art, or not the art, the music actually playing when students started coming into a lesson one day, and they may or may not have heard it. I don't know.
They're like, our teacher has interesting musical taste.
They're gonna be like, nerd.
I mean, chemistry. That's already like you're already a
I
nerd at
mean,
that point. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
really.
Jay. Okay, Jay, what do you think?
Hey man, I think everything's cool. I'm the chill dude, I'm like
Are you?
going
Are
with the
you?
flow,
Yeah.
man.
Wait.
I'm.
Okay.
I'm glad
heard
we're
that's
far
why-
away because lightning's gonna strike over there. Far from that.
I
My
feel
internet
like
shuts
on the,
down. It's like
I
I'm the
feel
J.
like on the chill scale, which is measured in units of course, Lebowski. I feel like
You are far from that.
Garrett, you rate maybe like the quarter Lebowski. Meanwhile, Tick, you rate about like
Full.
7.
Yeah.
He's full dude. Tick is full
Okay,
dude.
okay. Back to the
Yeah,
question, guys.
Yeah.
Art
Okay.
and music on task here.
Yeah, okay, Tick.
Sure are.
What about it? I really like the new art. I mean, that's great.
I'm a
See
manager
how
in my
it
actual
progresses.
job, so I got to do this all the time.
Me too.
You need
You get to
but
see
much
how,
smaller
you know,
department.
like, our ideas progressed as how we view our characters was also pretty cool too.
Yeah, I really
you expand on
liked
that?
Tick's. Yeah.
Yeah, like yours especially was had sort of a different vibe, and your character's seen a lot of growth recently. So yeah, so I'm just gonna jump to the next question because I just thought of it. So like when you guys were like talking with the artist or going back and forth with the artist with the idea for your new the new art, essentially, like how much did your character growth really factor into that? Were you like, what was your vision for that?
I want to do
Go
this
ahead,
one
Khalil.
first.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
changed
Explain the
nothing.
cat.
I changed nothing but my sword, and that's I just was like, hey, this is different. I like it. So there's that. I changed none of the text besides like describing like the sword because I got a new sword in between the old art and new art. But I like it. It's more my first art is more of like a Middle Eastern like merchant warrior, and I feel like this is more of like a like samurai, maybe Ronin type of
Oh,
art.
yeah, I totally get that feel.
Going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
$100%.
the kilt and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
armor,
Yeah.
like the chainmail
And then
armor
especially
over
the
it.
stance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
it was
it's
more
like-
flowing, like being in the like having been just
Yeah,
coming out of the
yeah.
desert and like.
But like there's still like there's some like this like accoutrement and like sort of this like golden like ornamentation like that's still like kind of that like Middle Eastern type of vibe still on top of it though, but it's kind of like a culture clash. But I didn't change much. I just changed the sword, but I got something different and I liked it.
Yeah. Do you want to take this opportunity to explain why you have a full cat on your hip, just a normal cat?
I mean,
Hanging out.
I mean,
He's
there's a
just
story reason why, and then there's
Mhm.
like a mechanically reason why. I have the cat like in my bio like the whole time in my old bio. It was supposed to be a Neko cat, but because in
Beep.
a lot of my ideas for the character is based around luck, honestly. And one of like there's from different traditions and like stuff like there's certain numbers that mean like different bad luck and good luck. Baltimore's name means something for like bad luck, good luck. But the white Neko cat is usually for good luck in Japanese culture, and the black Neko cat is to ward off death and evil spirits and evil omens.
Oh.
So it's supposed to be a black Neko cat that is mirrored in other parts of like his life.
But it just ended
That's
up
really
Instead,
cool,
you got a
actually.
kitten.
being a cute cat.
That's super cool. But we just suddenly saw his art and there was a cat, and
Yep.
we were all wondering,
Yep.
where did this cat come from?
Yep.
Who was feeding the cat? And
Yeah.
how did it survive?
I've made a name for the cat because if it comes up, I need to have a name for it. So
Mr. Boots.
I have a name for it now.
I'm telling you, you're not getting an actual cat, and if you do, I am not Matt Mercer.
die.
That thing,
Gonna
if you
die.
take it in a battle, it's fucking dying.
Oh, God. Remember what you learned from the birds. Okay, you can't keep
Mhm.
birds alive. Can't
We
keep a
can't,
cat alive.
unless we
Cannot
don't
keep
name
that
them. If we
alive.
don't name them, then they are more okay.
Lovely. Yeah, Khalil, pick whoever goes next.
Chad.
Yeah, what'd I do?
What
I
about
don't
your
know.
updated character?
I love it, honestly, because I mean, I had to basically redesign everything that Quinn had because he got re-kitted 100% between the first art and the new, because he got new armor, got that shield, got the hammer and everything, and the whole deal with the new holy symbol and all that. And I just sort of gave the description of these are the things. I don't really have much to say about a couple of these, just sort of go nuts. And yeah, it was about perfect, honestly. I have zero complaints for how this turned out.
Real quick, I love like Quinn's design. Like out of most of the newest ones, like
Oh, good.
Quinn's design is like the best. I feel like.
He looks just absolutely
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Sith.
Like he's about to
Yeah. The
seriously
Sith
lace
lightning,
it
the
down.
hammer. Yeah. Got the beard grown in now. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
That touch was put on by me and the artist. So
He's a-
Layla,
Oh, nice.
Layla messaged me and was like, "Do you want like some effects?" And I was like, "Let's do red lightning." I was like,
Nice.
That'll look good." So,
Yes.
so they
That
added
you
it.
were correct about
You were
that.
right.
Yeah.
You were
Oh,
correct.
yeah, they added it. And I was
Absolutely
like, I love
accurate.
it. I think
Yeah.
it's great. So.
That was a good call on your part.
Awesome. Pick the next person.
Laura.
Chad, please.
The thing is, like, unlike some people in the group, Perry didn't really get like a new rekitting. She got literally like, oh, she's got a new tiara and a new staff. So I sort of wanted to play with the idea of what had changed since she left the forest and wound up in the desert. So I was like, okay, well, she's been in the sun for a long time, so her hair's probably lighter and her freckles are probably a little bit darker. And then like all of her clothes are flowy and light because she had to change it up. But I am super in love with the way that the staff looks, because I didn't really have any idea as to what I wanted it to look like. I was like, she has this staff with this claw and leather wrapping. Make it nice. And it turned out really cool, and it looks like something a druid would carry, but also maybe not, given all that's happened to her. So it's really interesting.
I also like the tattoo work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the new tattoo
Really
work
shows.
is so much more visible, and it's really cool, which I totally stole from like I wanted to like a Chad plays a lot of the Arkham games and like the poison ivy leaves all over, and I was like, I've been tempted to make a poison ivy style druid for a while. Perry's not that, but those tats are really cool.
She doesn't want to kill enough people.
She could get there. We all know.
I mean,
happen in the future.
We could get eco-terrorist, Perry.
We could. I see. The problem was people all along.
Right.
Cool beans. Okay, please pick who comes next.
Jay.
I already went.
We didn't.
No, it's about your art.
No.
Oh yeah. Well,
You asked more than one question.
But it's kind of hard for him, isn't it?
It's hard to keep track of.
You know, but yeah, no. I mean, you know, just technically Campion, you know, got technically Baltaim's hand-me-down armor, and so he kind of cannibalized his original armor and kind of made some adjustments to it. So that's, you know, the whole new armor style to that. And then his gauntlet's a lot more chunkier. I also like that. But then the one thing you really don't see in the original concept is his amulet, which has become into limelight a lot more this time. And I wanted that to be at least, you know, noticed in this time. You know, originally he was keeping it under his armor, but now, you know, he's starting to question what's going on. He's starting to have a lot of these thoughts, and subconsciously he's keeping it out a lot more. So yeah.
I have a question for you, Jay.
Yeah, what's going on, Zach?
Why wasn't Greybone in your art?
Oh.
I
Probably too
actually,
expensive.
yeah, that would have been a little bit more. I'm actually thinking about getting him commissioned separately and then just giving it to Serenity later on.
Get that Frankenweenie art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Frankenweenie.
I'm sure Layla would be happy to oblige.
Yeah.
So.
And just give her the direction of draw a robot dog.
Draw a robot
That'd
dog.
be it. And
Draw
just
the
see what
dog.
happens.
It is all dog. It is half dog, half robot, all badass. Yes.
All right, Jake, talk about Oriana.
I think I'm the only one who got art of technically a future version of Oriana.
Yeah, where'd
because
you get
this
all that shit? Your Lolita Goth apparel has not arrived yet. You're in the jungle, bitch.
Because this is actually her Atrillin look, which I thought we were going to be at that point in the campaign when we started commissioning the art. So
bless you.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I didn't think we would spend a month in the caves. But yeah, no, it's what she's gonna look like when they get to Atril eventually. It's a more militaristic style like you would find in that area. So that was the main change I went with. And then you know, of course, all of her rapier and the shroud are also kind of in there as well. But I think the biggest change that everybody noticed is the bright flaming orange eyes, because she's in the middle of casting Dissonant Whispers, which is that little spell effect you see on her hand, or in front of her hand. So yeah, she's now got the Asmodeus eyes.
I mean, I don't know how you thought we would be any further along, especially because need I remind you of the last time we were in an underground setting run by this mad woman.
You were in there for like 2 days this time. That's nothing. That's nothing.
This was nothing.
This
No,
was
they were
nothing.
in there for about 3 sessions.
Yeah, 3 sessions. Yeah.
It was about a month.
A month IRL. Yeah. Listen, I thought we would be further along, and I wanted to get the Atrillin art.
God. So when Oriana gets back to town,
fast do you think you're gonna
thing-
get through all of this shit though? Like
Yeah,
you would
it's
still
up
have
to
to
you,
go to.
really.
You still
Next
have
week.
like.
Yeah, next
Oh,
week.
we're
It's
in
gonna be it's
Yeah,
gonna be
we
quick.
got the whole
It's gonna be
spirit
quick.
journey thing. It's like, yeah, it's all.
Yeah, end game by June, guys.
Keeps piling on.
What's gonna
we're
happen?
gonna be at level 20, in 2 months, guys.
Still
Don't
in the
worry.
forest.
And
Yeah,
the
it's
campaign's
fine.
coming.
But what's actually going to happen probably is we're going to get to the second anniversary, get second anniversary art. We will still not
He'll
have
not be an intro.
we'll not get that fucking wardrobe, and then she'll move on to some other fictional place. Like,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
to
we'll
match
have-
from there.
we'll have
next, then
new
we'll never get
art.
there.
And it won't match anything.
Yeah, we'll be in some kind of winter domain. So
Yeah. just gonna go south until he hits the South Pole for no reason, just because, just because.
The winter domain, but then Oriana will get her beach wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, did all of you go?
Pick, I think, is up, right?
No, he was the
Okay.
first
And
one.
was
Oh,
he
wait.
first?
I don't think I
Yes,
was.
I think.
Yeah, you can
Then
go.
say words.
Yeah, say
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, it doesn't. I mean, yeah. As far as the character art, I just looked at like what items would be needed to fire a bow and not injure myself. And that was kind of all that was really added. Change up the pants, change up the boots,
Yeah.
make it look, less like you're on a boat and more like you're, ready
Yeah, my
for
man-
other stuff.
He's got his arms all out. He's like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Ready,
Yeah, his
bring
whole
it.
stance is "Come at me, bro." I love
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's
Exactly.
the best part.
Consider it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
that's
This
that's
is
how it was
job.
to you the,
I think
the
he's
other week.
graying just a little bit more. There's a little bit more gray around.
Stress will do that to you.
Yeah.
I mean, look who I'm traveling with.
Yeah.
It's
that's
natural.
really.
That's fair.
Rip. Cool beans. Okay. So moving on. What's the experience been of streaming this long for all of you? Like, have you guys had a lot of experience before this doing like streaming online? I know Serenity's had it big because that's how we met. What about the rest of you? Starting with Chad.
No, I have no experience doing any of this before, so this is all new, and it's been very interesting seeing that there are actually people who give a shit about the thing we're doing. That's like the one thing it's always hardest to get past mentally. Like people are enjoying this thing, cool, and then I do more of it, and then people keep enjoying it. So it's nice. I don't know. It's this nice thing that I did not expect would be possible that I'm doing. So hooray! And now I pick Laura because I always pick Laura.
Wow.
I think it has something to do with this.
Married people,
What?
right?
I married her. I gotta
No,
provide that service.
now your
Gross.
camera gets turned off.
Gross.
What would
Bye,
Laura
everybody.
pick you?
I'd never done anything like this before, but I'd always kind of wanted to. So I mean, it's been really exciting and fun and kind of a little stressful. Mostly because I'm like, no, now my face is on the internet all the time. People are gonna see what I look like. But it's really fun to be able to share the game that we love so much with other people, and other people actually want to see it. I mean, we do some crazy shit. And people are actually still watching us do it, and that's really exciting and fun for me.
More and more people, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
Seeing that
growing.
little number go up on average every week has been amazing. Khalil, your turn.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do something like this. But just didn't really have the thoughts in my mind to do something like this. But I'm glad I'm part of this, and it's been honestly it's been probably the funnest thing. Like everyone else says, like just seeing everyone, like seeing our number, like from like the first session we've had, probably I think like a few people from people like we knew, and then like now there's like on average probably like 10, 11, 12 people every stream for like the past like month or so. And like seeing that number grow from like just like 4 to 5 and like getting up there. It's probably been like probably the most like fascinating things doing this for sure. Serenity.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're included in this.
That's right.
No,
You're
I
on
mean,
camera.
yeah, no, I mean it's been. I mean it's a lot of work to do it, and it requires people who are going to active. Like I think one of the hardest things, just finding people to play with in D&D. Like how many of us have had groups where they just fall apart after like 3 sessions?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And to make a stream work, you need people who actively want to be a part of something and then are going to show up every week, like no matter what, as best as they can to be a part of that thing. And that was like my biggest worry when starting this was like, is it going to fall apart in like 3 weeks? And then we've put all this effort into getting it started and everything, but everyone's been all in since the beginning. And that's been huge. Like for me, it's just like the players just showing up every week. Like I am happy to do all the work. I'm happy to like run the stream. I'm happy to get the art. I'm happy to do the music and make it fun for everyone and enjoyable for my players. Because at the end of the day, it's our game. It has to be enjoyable for us. Otherwise, we're not going to want to show up to the table. But as long as like that's there and I've got commitment from the people who just want to play the game, the stream comes like kind of almost secondary to that, and we just add that on to our fun. So yeah, it's been really enjoyable, and I never expected like we'd get affiliate like at all. The fact that in our first year, like we had that I think within the first month, which was amazing.
Yeah, we got pretty fast.
Yeah.
And the fact that like now we have an average of, and I know some people are like 10 viewers, like what
Yeah, but I mean
that's huge for like
10 more
first
than
of
we
all
thought.
like we're not like we're not a gaming stream, we're not like we don't do video games every day, we don't like do giveaways and all of that stuff like that a lot of like 8-hour a day streamers doing this day in and day out playing the same game over and over and over again do. We're doing D&D, which you have to like invest 4 hours of your time in and kind of pay attention to if you want to even understand what's going on. It's not like you can leave it in the background like a Valorant stream or something like that. And so yeah, it's really amazing to us that and to me that we actually have a consistent number of people coming in, and we're getting more people as time goes on. So yeah.
Also, to add to that, the one thing about the 10 viewers or whatever, it's 10 people that none of us know. That's the thing. Like, we didn't recruit friends to come in as a dummy audience or anything. We don't know these fucking people.
Yeah.
Hooray for you for
They
coming.
just found us.
Exactly.
I mean, we're getting to know some of them on our Discord.
Yeah,
we are now. Yeah, but like initially.
Join our Discord.
But these are people that we're just meeting from our experiences. So it's great.
And I mean, aren't we also having good growth on Spotify as well still, or
the Anchor, I think.
as far as downloads?
Podcast.
Well, the podcast is like everywhere. So it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, because it's through Anchor, but then like out to a buttload of places. I know this because I am the podcast, and
I am the podcast.
I am Batman. But no, I mean, yeah, we're doing pretty well there too. So it's another thing that's sort of crazy. Like, not only are people willing to watch us do this for several hours at a time, they're willing to listen to our inane babble as we're like, okay, so I want to attack the darkness. Oh no, that didn't roll well. The darkness kills you. I'll be going.
Perception check to see if that's a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all stuck around for the wall instead.
People tune in.
Yeah.
People tune in for it's a wall.
Yeah.
That wall should have
Anyone
been a
else have
mimic.
anything else they want to contribute? Jake, Tick, Jay.
Or people say
You guys
words.
have all-
I mean,
you guys
I
have all
think my-
addressed what my surprises of this. Like, I always wanted to be a part of a stream, and like you guys said going into this, I had zero expectations that we would get a viewer base, let alone enough of a viewer base to actually get a sub button. So as soon as we got a sub button, I subbed to us because I was so proud of that.
Yeah, I'm proud of it too.
Gotta feed the beast.
It is nice to see, your achievements, whether it's, watching yourself or listening to yourself, which is kind of weird, but,
Yeah, you never get used to it. Like, I worked in radio for a long time. You
No,
never
it's-
get used to listening to your own voice. It's just so strange.
but it's super nice to actually be able to even, experience that weirdness at, even just this level, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Jay, you're the last one.
I never really wanted to, be in a stream because I'm too weird, and I'm shy. And
You're just weird enough, Jay.
And all these people know.
You're welcome to the weirdness.
I mean, like, all these people know, like, I'm batshit crazy, dude, with my characters. I will
Confirmed.
do some fucked up, crazy things, man. And, doing that in front of, like, people, man, I was like, oh, dude, like, these people are going to think I'm such a fucking whack job, dude.
They probably do, but that's probably why they keep
They
coming back.
probably keep coming back.
I mean, no
You're
judgment.
a hook, Jay. You're a hook.
Yeah.
I was either gonna be like, either pussyfoot around or like go balls to the walls in, and I went balls to the walls in with Dobby Pons, man, and I went
R.I.P.
balls to the walls with Campion licking everything, man, and I'm glad people are enjoying it because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's what's most important, that you're enjoying it, right?
We need to have like a session with Jay on how to build characters.
Oh yeah, please.
Oh my God,
There's a
that'd be
reason he was on the
interesting.
multi-class episode.
There was a
What's
reason
the
he was on the
damage?
multi-class episode.
And
Okay.
yet,
Yeah.
Full artificer right now.
100%
Yeah.
artificing.
He's trying something new.
Yeah, I know.
This
Out
is
of
new
his
for
comfort
him.
zone.
Yeah.
Lovely. So, Ellen, is there anything you guys have learned? Actually, I want to ask Serenity this specifically first. What have you learned over a whole last year of running a weekly show, writing it and producing it and doing everything for it, basically?
It's an investment. Like, honestly, like I mean, I suppose you could do something like this, like putting in $0 and like zero anything, but and maybe get it off the ground. Like, I don't know. But when I did it, I knew that I wanted to have like a production quality for the show and for like what we were doing, and I wanted it to be something that like we were all invested in. It wasn't just like a couple of boxes on a screen and like off we were going, and like, we'd be breaking down in audio or video every week and having troubles and stuff like that. So, I invested a lot in this, and I still do. But I have thankfully the disposable income to do so. But I think like streaming like this, especially like a show, I think it's much easier to start as a streamer by yourself, like just playing video games, because all you need is like a headset and a cam, or not even a cam. Sometimes not even a headset, just like your game. And you can just display it, and if people like your gameplay, they'll sub to you. But this Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop RPGs are all about personality, because there's no visuals other than the art that you have for your characters and maybe your battle maps that you're using or whatever, and the roles that are happening. It's all about the people. And so I wanted to make sure that we had the right visual and the right setup to showcase the people that are a part of this and who those personalities are. And I think like that's a big part of streaming, is streaming something like this, is really being able to showcase the people who are a part of your stream, because that's kind of your bread and butter of this type of entertainment.
Definitely. So what about the players? Kind of the same question. Like, is there anything you've learned over doing this for a year? Because obviously things have changed. A lot of you all of you, I think, didn't have much experience streaming before. So what's the lesson? Or not even the lesson, but just what have you absorbed? Starting with Laura.
I mean, one of the big things that I've learned, and I kind of knew this going in, like we'd all talked about, like this was going to be, this is going to take some effort. But like, to make this stuff work, we have to put in the work. All of us are doing some little something to make things go, whether it's helping pay for art or buying new mics or new cameras, or, Chad does all of the podcast stuff. And that's like consistent effort that's not taking place every Friday night. That's Serenity is writing hours and hours and hours of notes. And, I go in, once a weekend, and I got to make character cards, or I've got to update our, episode titles. And we all put in some effort to make this run. And if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And I think we're doing as well as we are because we're doing something we love doing, and we're willing to put the work in. Because, I mean, our home games are fun and, almost effortless to just sit around and play and roll some dice. But here, we have to make sure we're in character, we're calling out roles, we're paying attention all the time. And you have to be present and willing to come in and sit down and do.
Yeah, I have mad respect for any type of streamer. Like, doing this once a week for like 4 hours, man, and then not even talk like, incorporating the work that goes into the background. Like, I can just imagine doing this like this is a livelihood, and being like, putting in 8+ hours of your time. It's the grind. I mean, yeah, it's something you love, but it's like it's always going to be in the back of your mind, like, what you could do better, always kind of being on your P's and Q's and everything. And in itself is kind of a little, like mind-boggling. But it gives you perspective, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, just going off of that, I mean, like at the base level, like even if you can't like do like if you're just a part of it and can't do like all the things that you know you've seen us do or like even other people do, like just the commitment to time and being there, that's the base level. That's all. Like you don't even have to do much more than that, but as long as you're willing to like I'm sure all of us when the world was open, like you had to say like no, I can't go to that birthday party. I can't hang out with my friend that this Friday. Like I have a game Friday, we're streaming it. I need to be there on time or as close to time as ready as we can be. Make sure I'm there for 4 hours and nothing's wrong and everything's right. Because like at base level, that's all you really need to do because that commitment shows that hey DM, I'm here to be here, whatever rain, snow, whatever. I'm here for you. I'm here to show up. I'm gonna be ready, paying attention, engaged, and you won't have to worry about that. That's one thing you won't have to worry about. Is like I'm gonna be here and you don't have to worry about me being there at all. And I really just that helps a little bit free up your like, oh, my player's gonna be here because that's a thought that like Tony said, like if you don't like some groups it's like a month is done, but if like like that these people are gonna be here every Friday this time, it's a another thing off her plate that she doesn't have to worry about.
Consistency, consistency, consistency.
Yeah. And there's one thing because the saying that's gone around for basically if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. It's bullshit.
That's a lie.
I fucking love this, but this is fucking work. Okay, I don't mean that in a bad way. This is work. I mean, this is like we're fucking.
It's time you have to set aside to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally don't do anything on
what you already
my
do.
Tuesdays and Fridays are literally now gone. Like I don't, and my Friday mornings, or no, sorry, Saturday mornings, and then all day Saturdays, pretty much gone. Like
Yeah. Because converting that video, it takes long.
It takes all day. All day.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you know Canadian time zone. That's where Serenity is, dude. Immediately after she's done recording, she starts processing the video, and it's like
I'm up until like 4 a.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't see how y'all can do that. I mean, good lord.
I mean, I'm lucky.
I do what I
and all
do
gotta
because
do
I
is-
love the stream and.
Hey, dude, for real.
Yeah, as far as time of consciousness, I'm lucky. All I have to do is just download what we literally just did from Twitch, and I have a dog that has to be walked when the stream is over. So between all of you people just bullshitting for an immense amount of time after the cameras shut off for everybody else, and the dog needed to walk, by the time I come back in, it's done. But then like that's a good chunk of my day. The next day is I got to like trim that down, edit things up, just like
podcast,
get everything set for the podcast. Whenever this show goes off for like the next hour, I'm doing that for this thing as well. And not only that, but there's just like the effort of making sure that you are just when the game is going, you are paying as much attention as you can, because at a regular home game, you can be fucking off and eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles and be like, I'm sorry, what were we out?
Not crunch on stream. You cannot
were
crunch.
we outside? I forget. Did we go outside? I want to go outside. Can we do that now? No.
I feel like I've
there's
eaten
no
on
door?
every stream we've had so far.
But you're still paying
except for
attention. I mean, you're
Tuesdays.
welcome
You're
to
paying
eat.
attention.
Yeah.
But you can't be like playing on your phone or like having a work
Right,
conversation in the background.
Yeah,
you know,
like our Monday night game
It's like,
this week.
hold on, I'm killing the
Chad and I
dragon
were
real
both
quick.
eating cereal. So,
Like a
I mean,
dog.
actively eating bowls of cereal in the middle of the game.
I remember
I'm a
hearing the
fucking
crunch.
GM on
Oh
Mondays.
my god.
Yeah.
But like there's stuff that normally you do with D&D, like enjoy some sort of snack food, barely pay attention to what your friend was doing, like, well, I'm sorry, what, can you catch me up real quick? I was not here. And then that's stuff that we don't do, because it's not just we're fucking around for each other. We have an audience, and people normally don't want to see the DM have to explain, like, Jesus Christ, will you just pay attention next time? So we make sure we're dialed in and everything. And yeah, it's, I just go back to it. This is fun, and it is also work, but it's like the best kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jake, you are the last one.
I feel like I'm just going to echo everything everybody else just said, but yeah, I mean, there's so much I've learned from this. and not even just from like a streaming perspective, just in general about life, about friendships and things like that. Not to sound like a Saturday morning cartoon, but
Too late.
Too late.
I
Fast
mean,
and-
Come
Fast
The
and
real
Furious.
dungeons were the
This is my
friends we made
family.
along the
This is
way.
my family.
And the
Until
power
they
of
kill
friendship.
you.
It's not the dragon.
because of this stream, I actually started trying to seriously consider becoming a cosplayer. In the sense of I actually made Oriana's costume.
Yeah.
I bought stuff for it. I learned how
And
to
violin.
paint my face. Kind of. I gave up trying to learn.
That's fair.
The
to be
trash.
I couldn't
honest.
figure out why it wasn't
It's
making
also
noise.
it's also a really bad violin.
I know it was like what
Um,
$40 or something
yeah,
like that.
seems
What
like
Oh,
were
it
you
Like
was
expecting?
no
it was
money.
dirt cheap. It's a prop. It's a
Yeah.
prop. Like that's the whole point. But
Yeah.
just so many cool things out of it. I mean, I learned how to wear a freaking corset for this thing.
Oh, dude, the sacrifice.
I remember that too.
I also remember
Fun times
you
on
wore
the
it
Discord.
wrong. I also remember you wore it wrong and were in so much pain
Yeah.
by the break you could barely pay attention.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
no,
Oh,
Yes.
that was
Don't even
that
get me on the
was-
brazier, right? Like you were having.
No, that was
You're like,
that
I
was
can't
something
breathe.
else.
Can we take a break,
Serenity.
please?
Oh my gosh,
It
dude!
was so
Serenity,
wrong.
Laura, and
So-
Truth were
so,
just like
okay.
helping you. It was crazy.
So backstory on that, I did
yeah,
the
come on.
photo shoot that like hours before, and I may or may not have decided to wear shapewear for the photo, and just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna be sitting down. It'll be fine. Crushing my internal
Yeah.
organs.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Somebody was wearing a
Right
waist.
size?
He was wearing like a waist trainer, and didn't.
Yeah.
If I had known, I would have been like, "Don't do that.
Don't-
Like, don't do that at all. Like,
Fair,
ever."
it was just
okay,
supposed
it's
to be
okay.
a picture.
Jake now looks like an hourglass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know, right?
He's
Like,
just
dude,
shaped
fresh
that way
figure.
now.
You're ready for the
stayed off,
summer.
man.
You're ready
It's
for the
just like
summer.
inward.
Like, yeah, his organs have been permanently shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I'm like that one
actually.
lady. I'm like that one lady with the 1-inch waist or
Yeah,
whatever.
there you go.
Oh god.
Like a
There's
orange
a
waist, I
good
think.
reason why when we
God.
did Halloween costumes, I'm like, what can I wear that I won't want to kill myself in after a while? And I just chose chubby Nathan Drake. It worked.
It worked.
I wore a wig, which gave me a headache.
Same-
I
same
hate
though.
all of you. It took me
Same
ages to get my paint off.
You look great though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
You want to tell
I went
you want
the
to tell the
Chad
stream
route.
what you did the first time on the test paint?
Oh, we can't. We gotta move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. We got like 15 minutes.
They don't get to learn. They don't get to learn of my failures.
Lord, yeah, like I need to save enough time because we actually have an audience question, which I want to put last in. Yeah, exciting, right? So, like, when you guys started, did you think it would go this far, be like this? Like, were your expectations completely smashed, or did you not have any expectations at all? Starting with Tick.
I actually had the expectation that this would not last any more than 3 or 4 sessions.
Well,
And
so
I don't
you.
want to say that to be rude, but I figured this would stream and then we would continue playing a game off stream. And here we are a year later. So expectations out the window, and they just kind of stayed out there since.
Are you sorely disappointed that we lasted more than
I'm
that?
not. I am pleasantly
Glad 'cause we're
surprised.
Still on camera.
Yes.
Damn.
God damn it! I still have to come on camera every Friday.
Takes
Fuck
like
this place.
takes like I have to wear pants on Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to,
Not
man.
Tuesday.
Okay, pick who comes next.
Go, Jay.
Dude, I came in here like blind. I was like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna chill. Jay's gonna be Goofy Jay. I'm gonna do all the voices, and I'm gonna have fun." And then people were like, "Yeah, man, are we watching? Are we got people watching? Okay, cool, yeah." You know, it was blowing my mind, bro. I'm really feeling it. You know, the fame's going to my brain. I'm going to like Starbucks and I'm like, do you even know who the fuck I am? Okay? I was Dobby fucking Bonds. Okay? Like, give me my goddamn macchiato.
I want that video now.
Amazing.
Oh man.
I need to see this happen.
I want to
now.
see this now.
You have to,
Okay,
like,
okay.
Post a
Jake,
statement on the official Twitter.
Jake.
I'm kind of in Tick's camp, honestly. I thought we would maybe go a couple of months, we'd probably get bummed out that like we have 2 viewers, one of which is a friend of ours or something that came in one time. And then we would just say, is it really worth all the trouble to keep streaming it? And then like after 2 or 3 months, just be like, yeah, all right, we'll just do a home game. We tried, we gave it our best effort, gold stars. And we've had like 3 or 4 people rate us. Our average viewer on Friday nights is like up to 10, 11 or something right now.
Again, all people we did not know before we started. That's the important takeaway.
Exactly.
We knew none of them, and now we know them.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's amazing to me, and the fact that we're still going strong a year later is just mind-boggling.
Nowhere to go but up.
And I'll pick Laura, so Chad can't.
Fair.
I mean, I didn't think that we would quit after 3 or 4 sessions so much as I thought we would just be like streaming into the void. Because I had faith that we would keep going and we keep trying, mostly because we had invested so much just getting started. You know, we paid for software and art, and you know, we'd done all this work, and we're like, oh no, I'm gonna make this work. But I figured we'd be like 2 months in and mad that our viewer count wasn't up, but also just like streaming into the void, like somebody someday will find us. So the fact that we have people who have joined our Discord to hang out with us, who we've never met before, we have, you know, I am literally wearing my own merch. And, you know, we have people who show up and actually care. Really just blew my mind, because it was like, maybe like 1 or 2 people, or I will convince my friends to watch me out of pity. But instead, like, we made affiliate, and now, you know, we keep seeing, you know, more and more people show up, and we're growing, and I hope we keep growing. I think we will keep going. And now I will pick Chad. I haven't picked him next.
It was both ways, bitches. I came in with no expectations because it's hard to explain without getting into too detail. I am fundamentally a little bit broken inside, so I don't go into situations where I want something to happen really badly with any expectations. Therefore, I'm not disappointed when things inevitably fall apart and explode in my face. I'm left just sad and crying into a bowl of cereal. So I came in with nothing, just expecting that I would be able to play Dungeons and Dragons with people for an amount of time. Expectation has been achieved and then wildly surpassed, because not only is it I'm playing with these people I have no idea who they are, have been watching. My sister tried watching for all 5 minutes just to rip on it and then gave up, which I'm happy about, just because she didn't stay and try to pity watch or pity sub. She was like, no, this isn't for me. And it had no impact on anything. So screw you, Melissa. And
this is the episode she watches.
This is the episode she watches.
Yeah. I doubt it.
No, because then we get text messages about swearing, because that's what we got.
It's true, yeah. While the game was going, my phone was vibrating.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth, Quinn.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, that actually happened. But there are people watching that I don't know who these people are. I'm glad that they're watching. I'm glad they're enjoying it. And we've been able to actually get some growth and, expand on doing the podcast and everything. And now there's also this show as well, where we just talk about all the crap we did and other nerdy D&D related things that we all have opinions on. And it's been a year and we're already farther along than I had any idea we would be. So I do not know where it's going to go from here, but I very much want to find out. And I have a question. Is the host up for picking? Because...
Yeah, I think Khalil's the last one. But real quick before, what's your crying cereal? What's your cereal of choice?
Get this right, Chad.
You can answer that for him. I
Yeah,
already
right.
know.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Count Chocula.
You're goddamn right. It's Count Chocula.
Okay. That's an acceptable answer.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, Khalil, I think you're the last one.
I think in my life, like outside of being on stream and like talking with people. I'm more of a realist in general. I don't really expect much of things. So I'd say I probably exceeded my expectations. I thought this is probably gonna take a year anyway to get off ground. Because usually streaming and like anything like streaming, like I've like looked up how like YouTubing and stuff like that usually takes you a couple of years before you start getting that momentum. So
Mhm.
I was like if we get 10 people in the first year, like that's a good start. That's like mostly what I was thinking of. Um, just like I knew it was going to take some groundwork anyway to get it off the ground. So I was like, I'm like not not haven't my expectations have been exceeded, I would say.
Awesome. Okay, real quick, favorite moment so far from the campaign, starting with Jay.
Oh, damn. When I'd go back to when we first had the bath scene, public bathhouse scene. I feel like we were all really bonding. And I feel like Dobby was really opening up, man, and it was good. And I felt the hearts. I felt the
Then
hearts.
he died.
Oh,
yeah.
oh man,
That was
I didn't need to
heartbreaking.
hide, man. But then my second favorite part was Dobby Boltaim, and Boltaim is blue,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he fucks. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
always gonna be.
Uh,
That's always gonna be here.
That's the OTP right there.
That
man.
romance was a button.
I
It was
know.
it was almost
Man.
there. It was
Serenity
almost
squashed
there.
it while it was blooming.
Yeah,
Send
man.
us your fix-it fic, audience.
Yeah, dude. Nice. Yeah. What about you, Boltam? Since I'm talking about you, what was your favorite scene, bro? What was your favorite scene?
Oh, jeez.
Favorite
I don't want to
moment.
I can't be an asshole and say something about myself. So,
I plan on it, so go ahead.
Yeah, Jay just totally
I just
did.
did,
Jay's
dude.
like Johnny
Yeah.
Puns.
I just lowered the bar, bro.
That was-
You come in.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was some
Stay
shade
within your heart.
I don't want to be an
that was my
asshole.
dig. That was my dig at him. Yes, yes.
Well done.
I think I would say my favorite part so far has been probably the I can't even remember the town anymore, but when we were with the Ghost Druid, Baltimore and Dobby just like it's so like 48 hours like that
Yes!
like that shit.
Yes.
The drug,
Yes!
the
Uh-huh.
drug, like
Oh, with the demon flower.
yeah, demon flowers, all
Yes.
the drug trip, like that was probably my favorite moment.
Oh, it was so good.
The first 48 hours.
The first 48
was
hours is
critical.
very crucial.
Yeah, Dahana?
If,
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
Dobby
Dahana,
hadn't
Dahana.
died, that would have been a T-shirt. I mean,
Yeah.
I really because he would have just kept saying it every single time we ran into anything.
Still
Yeah.
could be, yeah.
It still could be,
Uh-huh.
but no one says it anymore. Is the thing. It was his
Yeah.
We
catchphrase
haven't had an
practically.
I've been waiting to bring it back in because we haven't had like an investigation so far.
That's true.
Awesome. Okay, pick who comes next.
Laura.
Mine's actually kind of a Dobby moment too. That one
No.
buddy cop moment where Perry and Dobby went into
When you were the
went
dog?
to the drug den. to
Oh
buy the
my
drugs.
god,
Oh,
yes!
yeah.
Harry as the butcher.
She's like, I'm the butcher. And it's like, yo, she's the boss. She's the boss.
I think we're all just saying Dobby's the best character so far. And
Yeah,
Oh, rip
but
in
yeah.
peace.
Kinda was.
we're just replacements for him.
Gone too soon. Gone
Ooh.
too soon.
But yeah, the whole Perry is the butcher and Dobby is her accountant.
Great.
Yeah.
Um,
That was so
he does
good.
the numbers.
That was such good improv.
It was great.
I was the only one nobody had seen.
Oh man,
It was such a bad choice.
it was so bad. We read it out live.
But we survived.
Survived, yo.
We survived.
Oh man.
My God.
That was
I feel like when
so
you
good.
get on Dobby's level, like everyone who's gone on Dobby's ridiculous level has just had a blast. Okay, Laura, pick who comes next.
Jake.
Gosh, I will feel like a tool for saying this, but when Oriana barded the party's way out of the TPK. I think that was probably
With the
one of
Ifriti?
With the
with the
Ifriti?
Ifrit, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Rock.
Got you.
I was like, oh,
That-
okay.
Oh, I mean both were equally
Yeah, because
kind
the
of
Rock was
interesting,
also
but
like really good.
but the Ifriti
Yeah.
more so because that was just
That was
pure
persuasion.
bard, just
That
pure
was
bardic.
amazing.
And that was like the first moment I really felt like, yes, this is why Oriana was a bard. So that was probably my favorite, and I would say the Rock using knock to stop the Rock was
Stop that Rock.
probably my second favorite, just because like that's such a unique way of using that spell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who's next?
Tick, I guess.
I mean, mine wasn't as like big as that, but when I failed my strength check and threw Dobby into a wall, that was
And he just like slapped like a
Shit.
pancake. He was just
Because
sliding down.
if I remember, I think that happened twice in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, though, it also
Yep.
kept you alive.
Right.
Yeah, it did.
got over the
It
wall?
kept us.
Literally.
Yep, it
This is
kept
what
him
it did.
alive a little bit longer.
Oh.
I think the second time he got him to hanging from the wall.
Yeah.
He was like
Yeah.
hanging
Yeah.
there.
And
And then
he
he
just, like,
failed. And then he
shimmied
failed his
upward.
athletics. No, he failed his
Yeah.
athletics to pull himself up, and he couldn't. And then the guards were coming.
Yep.
I
And in
just imagine-
hindsight, the dice were saving our lives.
Yeah. It was like
The
don't do
dice
this.
gods were looking out for y'all.
I just imagine Dobby in like Dash High School in physical fitness, and his coach just being like, "You got to do the pull-ups, Dobby. You got to do the pull-ups." When am I ever going to use this?
I'm not gonna use this in real life, Mr. Brown. Get the fuck out of here, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
And I guess that means Chad's left.
Yeah, and I mean, I can pick any number of things with like unexpected character development or backstory stuff that I did not see coming because there are so many. But honestly, I think that mine is when Cynric just yeeted Dobby straight into a wall and he pancaked like a Garfield in the back of a car stuck to
This
the
happens to
window.
Dobby a lot.
Dobby's the
I
best
mean-
character.
I mean,
We're all
Very
just
throwable.
we're not
he
good
was
enough.
the most yeetable little man, and it was just glorious. But that kind of thing right there just showed exactly the kind of game we had, where it was just going to be complete
Homeless.
madness from pillar to post the entire time, and that is what I was here for.
Yeah.
I want to hear
Awesome.
Truth and Serenity's favorite moment.
Yeah, sorry. Do you have a favorite moment?
Favorite moment?
Killing Dobby.
Torture all of you.
I'll let you go first because there's a couple that I'm thinking of.
Okay, yeah, you think about that. My favorite moment is when Cynric gave you all your necklaces. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
I
was the
like-
sweetest thing.
when I was watching, like, I didn't watch it live, but when I was watching it afterwards, I like legitimately out loud said, "This is such a good character moment."
Mm-hmm.
It was such a good character moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I captured everyone's character
was-
doing
yeah,
that.
that was
did,
good.
was
Oh,
the thing.
yeah, definitely.
Because I mean, even Campion, if you look at the gear was kind of designed like a clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Time running out of time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was like
exactly.
good shit.
Running out of time.
I was like
Morbid.
muttering
Like,
to myself,
you know?
"This is good shit" while I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is good TV."
This is exactly the content you subscribe for.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a sausage. It's not a sausage, but you know.
Not a
appreciate it.
sausage.
Still
but
good.
Hey.
Yeah, you know,
Next time it's
you
going to be
need the gear to grind the meat to make the sausage.
Ah,
Yeah,
There you
see, it's a
go.
thinker. It's a
Big
think
Big
piece right
thoughts.
there.
Big thoughts.
So,
Yeah.
so now you got to take the gear and you got to make the meat grinder.
Mm-hmm.
But focus on the meat grinder. Don't like try to do 4 things at once.
Multitasking is your enemy.
Multitasking is your enemy, folks.
Just gonna stick this meat in there. Oh no, my hand!
I mean, that's neat. Whatever.
My sweet hand meat, no.
How did Campion get a
those
mechanical
little
hand?
bones. Oh my- that'd be cool. I mean, for an artificer, that'd be really cool if you had a mechanical hand. Anyway, Serenity.
Yeah.
There are a lot. God, I could choose so many. I think one of them is probably when I had to narrate the drug trip that
Oh,
Baltaim
yes. Yes.
and Dobby were having, and then after that, I think it was like the next session, the dance hall that they
Yeah.
all wanted to go to like.
Yeah. The dance hall was fun.
I mean, I love like
That was
obviously like
fun.
I love moments where I do big story reveals. Like I love introducing the fallen star and that whole piece and kind of like tying a lot of things together. But I like those moments that are kind of unexpected and keep me on my toes, and I kind of have to like navigate the waters myself and kind of figure out like what the fuck am I doing with this, but make it
Why are these
interesting for both the
assholes buying
players,
mushrooms from a
yeah, for the players and the audience, and I like those like little moments that there's the moments that keep the story going and that keep the game going, but there are those little moments that truly make it role play and truly give you insight into these characters beyond their fighting for their lives. And I think those moments are what makes each game unique, because every game goes through I fight this battle, or I fight these monsters, or I have to do this thing, I have to save this person. But it's those like little nuanced moments where the characters have their introspective conversations with one another and stuff like that. I think I also like, I really liked the conversation between Fulton and Perry, and then Perry sucking everything out of the room and having like that
Yeah.
an RP moment, and then figuring out like what the fuck are we going to do about this vacuum.
Mhm.
Like I love those moments.
Awesome. Funnily enough, the dance hall is relevant for our fan question.
Oh.
This was DM'd to me. A person who wants to remain anonymous is a great question. I really want to do the dramatic reading of it. So, Anonymous asks, it's been a year. When are the characters going to get romantic interests? There's more. We've seen Melody flirting with Quinn, parentheses,
Nope.
terribly, parentheses, and that guy at the bar, but that's it.
Yo, where do the smooches come in? Where are the smooches?
I mean,
I mean, we've been busy.
Dob Taim got broken before it happened.
Yeah.
Before it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that ship
I'll say
ruined.
he's still mourning
Yeah.
Dobby.
Yeah.
Bali.
He's not ready to move on.
Yeah, man. And the
And
Campion was
Quinn's not
looking,
picking up what I'm putting down either. So, I
I'm
don't-
done.
I mean, we've been busy is the thing. Like,
Just
Yeah.
not that busy.
like not that kind of busy actually as well.
Yeah,
But
not
like,
sexy busy.
no,
Nah.
there's been just so much going on. It's like there's no time.
I feel like Baltim's just like the guy that's like he's not actively like, he's like, oh, there's stuff to do, but he's not actively like, I need to go like, mess around. I think if like someone like in the group is like, hey, I like you, he's probably like, okay, you're a nice person, sure, I like you too.
Like flicks his
Aw.
hair. He's like,
Like,
cool.
He's like,
Maybe it's
Yeah.
Maybelline.
yeah.
No, I think for that stuff, like the right moment has to come, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just like anything, if it happened like session 1 where like 2 characters were just like,
I make out with
like on one another, like, and they don't really know. I mean, as you've seen, like they literally sat down just last episode and were like, what don't we know about each other? We've been traveling for
Yeah.
2-3 months almost together. And there are still things that we don't really understand about one another. Like, what do we want to clear the air about? And I think that there are still those conversations that need to be had. There are still those pieces of themselves, as open as they've been. There are still pieces that they are keeping to themselves. And maybe it'll take the right time. Maybe it takes the right person to open up
Yeah.
and be honest about that kind of stuff. And so I think that will come, but I think it's just going to take time.
Also, we have like a lot of baggage. Like Cyrix like has a family
Yeah,
and
we all
older.
have
He's
Like
got a fiance.
Campion's
That's what I
dying.
know of.
Oriana's
I mean,
a
I think
princess that's already married, technically, or engaged. That's there's a lot of
Oriana also has a
baggage.
fiance, kind
I mean,
of.
Quinn
Champion
has-
dying is a pretty big kind of concern, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of baggage like to picking that you don't have to, like, you have to think about extra before you're like, oh, now I'm like my partner might be like dying regardless of this.
Yeah.
You know?
It makes dating kind of hard because
Yeah.
so what are you into? Well, my people are all dying of a mystery plague, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the one who seems to
solving
have
that.
to solve it. But
Yeah.
so what are you into? Sports?
Maybe don't lead with that. You'll be fine, you know.
Yeah, don't lead with that. Lead with
Okay.
anything else.
Quinn's like entire village is like literally being tortured. So it's like, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
go around
their
thing.
whole
Yeah, he's
plan
got
is-
like a lot of shit to think about. So like,
I mean, they're
Meanwhile,
kind of,
he's on like a
raging out
pendulum.
now. Out
I
of
would say there
nowhere.
have been hints of things. Again,
Yeah,
at the,
there have
again
been.
at the end of the day, it is up to the players as well if they want to go that direction, right? Like, a DM can throw fun things into the game, but the player has to be comfortable with it. And same with like PC to PC interaction. Like the players involved have to be comfortable with pushing that narrative forward. And so it's really on the players and when they are at that comfort level and ready to like move that forward. But there's never going to be a thing where like a character is forced into something that they're not interested in if that's not the path that they want to walk.
Here you go, Anonymous.
Me.
Jay, ball team champion, we're together now. Just did it.
It's official.
It's official.
Exclusive.
I
All
got you.
team's gonna
Anonymous.
spend every battle protecting you now. After those
Yep.
those
Exactly.
5 Hydra heads biting
Yeah,
you
dude,
and
yep.
chewing you to
Tore me to
pieces,
shreds, bro.
his
Yeah.
heart
I
broke
per-
for you.
I protect
Yeah.
my
Oh
man.
no!
I protect my man.
Oh my god, you're gonna be
No.
fixing Greybone. Baltian's gonna gently
Yeah.
put his hand over
It's-
yours.
it's-
It's gonna be
it's
so
gonna be cool.
romantic.
It's
Wipe-
gonna turn
wipe
into a
the
whole
sweat off his
Breakback
brow.
Mountain type thing.
Sweat off
you
his
know?
brow.
I was going to say like,
I wasn't aware
those.
that Greybone had a clay component.
See, Chad, Quinn lost his window of opportunity. Now Baltium's with
There
Campion.
you
Yeah,
go.
Sorry.
you need
Moved
to
on.
make a move,
Sorry.
Quinn. You
No,
need
that's,
to
Gotta
move.
move
that's
fast.
fine.
Yeah,
Just two
man.
ships passing in the night. It's okay.
You're literally in the same part here. You're really passing. Anyway, okay, so that's it.
There's always
We
the
gotta
kiss to
leave.
talk about.
We gotta leave, guys. Show's over.
4
Yeah,
more hours.
they're clearing out the building.
Yeah,
They're
Okay,
playing the
go.
music. They're playing the
They're clearing the
music.
studio.
It's like
There's
the
something else
after
to film.
credit scene.
playing a
Get
song.
out! Why are you still here?
The lights are going out everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can lower the light.
Oh yeah, so can
Hey, hold on.
I.
Wait.
I can't unless I get up.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's it. This has been the show. It's been a year and it's been an amazing year for everyone. We've learned so much. We've had so much fun. We're still here. We're getting followers. Thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everyone who tunes in every Friday after Friday to watch these lovely people act like fucking weirdos.
Act.
What acting?
Sorry.
Themselves. Express themselves. Yeah, check out our store. Join our Discord. We are also weird on there all the time. We post a lot of memes, a lot of D&D memes. Stick around. We've got links and stuff after this for places where you can donate and make a difference. Thank you to Lay Meows and Sunbird for our logo and theme music. I couldn't pull those words really fast for some reason.
Words are
Thank
hard.
you
I
to-
get it.
Thank you to you, the viewers. It's been a blast and it's been a party. My show has not been on the air for a year, but it feels like a year because I'm so closely
Pretty
tied with
close.
you guys.
And also,
Almost a year.
FYI, What's the Damage has been getting consistently more viewers as well.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Welcome new
Yes.
people. Yeah, and thank you to that one horny anonymous. I'm with you, buddy.
Okay, keep it in your pants. Okay.
This Friday.
God.
This Friday. We got
we're
you.
out. We're out.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
later.
All
Goodbye,
those
horny
lights are
anonymous
going
person.
down.